Hello everyone, my name is Dimitri, I'm from Nodus Labs, and I'm going to talk about how to generate insight using text network analysis. First I'm going to explain a little bit about how it works, and then I'm going to show you what you can do with it. Everything that I'm going to show today is made using infranodus app. It's available online, it's open source, it's on GitHub, so if you find the subject interesting and you want to contribute in developing it, please let me know. So everything I'm going to say today is going to be visualized on the graph. I didn't yet find a way to embed it into PDFs, so I just made slides with it, how it would work naturally. So every word can be represented as a node, and every co-occurrence of words is a connection between them. Once you have several words and they form sentences, a more complex structure starts to appear. In order to make this structure more readable, we can apply Sattler Layout, which pushes the most connected nodes away from each other, while pulling together the nodes that tend to be connected to them. We can also apply community detection algorithm, which will indicate which nodes or words are densely connected together than with the rest of the network. So we can show each community with a distinct color. Using this information, I can already see that there are some main clusters of topics inside and how they're connected. So it's like an advanced version of TechCloud, but the one where you can not only see the most influential words, but also the context where they appear. I can also zoom in and learn more about a certain topic. I can also click on certain words and nodes and see which statements or context they appear in, so it becomes like a very useful tool for nonlinear reading. You can also do it with videos, for example. Use the tool to visualize a subtitled video and then quickly zoom into the part of the video that you're interested in, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. And then switch to another video maybe which has a similar constellation of topics. I didn't mention it yet, but the nodes or words that are bigger on the graph are the ones that have the higher between centrality measure. So these are the nodes that appear most often on shortest path between any two randomly chosen nodes in the network. So for example, the word mention was not mentioned so often, but it's quite prominent in the graph because it connects different communities together. And you have to go through this word in order to understand what the discourse is about. So it's like a junction of meaning inside the text. And you can see it using text network analysis as well. Also, what we can see from the structure of the text is the general network structure of the discourse, and that allows you to see, for example, how diversified, biased, or how dispersed it is. In this case, you can see the analytics pane on the right. It shows that the discourse structure is diversified, so it means that there are several different topics which are distinct from one another but are still connected. If you put in, for example, poetry inside the tool, it's going to be much more dispersed, and this is what poetry often is. It just presents us ideas for us to fill in the gaps, and it's nice that you can see it using this kind of tools as well. Another thing that you can do is to generate insight from text network structures. So you identify two communities that are not so well connected together, and you find a structural gap between them, and then you ask a question that would allow you to link them together. So for example, in this case it would be how the notion of force structure layout connects to the idea of topical clusters, and then hopefully it can help you generate new ideas and think of something you haven't thought of before. So structural gaps are new ideas. Finally, what you can also do with the tool is just to create a nice abstract visualization of your thought. So I like it because it's kind of like showing you how thinking something is just creating constellations and throwing them out in space for others to connect with. So it can also be like a nice visual tool to show how thinking, discourse, and thought works. I will have a session today at 3:10. It's at M1, not at M3. I made a mistake in the slide. If you want to talk more about this tool, and if you want to discuss in general cognitive stimulation interface, the software that stimulates your imagination, yes, thank you. I hope that I will see you again.
Thank you.